And hello, everybody. Welcome to our Celebrate Every Day live stream. So excited to be here. I am your host today, the founder of National Red Calendar, Marlo Anderson. So glad that you're all joining us and get caught up in some of our banners here, get some of that stuff cleared out. So there we go. So excited to have you here. We are giving away another Fire TV Cube today. Real easy to win this. All you have to do is guess a number between 1 and 1,000. Don't start now. You got to wait a little bit. And then we will, you'll have 3 chances during the broadcast to actually win the Fire TV Cube today. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to celebrate a little bit about, we want to hear your stories about little red wagons. Maybe you have some when you're growing up. Maybe use them now with your kids. Also, it's Medal of Honor Day, so we want to throw out a little tribute to them as well. And I also have a special guest today, and I'm going to bring him in right now. This is Mr. Brian Reinbold. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Marlo. It's good to be here.
It's fantastic to have you as well. So I don't know if you know that we do this, but we give away great prizes every day on this show as well. So we're going to get that rolling right now. So because people get 3 chances to win, and I'll also throw up some comments and that type of thing. You can't win this today, Brian. I'm just saying. Okay? I hope that's okay. All right, everybody. So if you're new here, how this works is starting right now, you can guess a number between 1 and 1,000. So go ahead and post your numbers between 1 and 1,000. One guess right now. You'll have another chance a little bit later, and a third chance towards the end of the program today. So you'll get a total of 3 chances to win this today. So guess a number between 1 and 1,000. Whoever gets closest, whether you're over or under, it doesn't matter. You will be the winner of this wonderful Fire TV Cube. It's a great streaming device. Think of it as an Alexa on steroids. So Brian, if you say to Alexa to go to Hulu, it'll take you to Hulu. If you want to watch a particular program, it'll actually take you to that program. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Very nice.
So yeah. So
I got my guest in.
That's great. I love that. Thanks for lunch today, by the way.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure, indeed.
So Brian and I have known each other for 1 or 2 years now. And I love your NASA hat, by the way. And
thank you.
Brian has actually been, and you have your Celebrate Every Day. I love this. Fantastic.
Yep, I got my hoodie on.
Too. Yeah, hey. Yeah, got mine going today, too. So we're celebrating every day. But Brian's been very instrumental in a program called Bravehearts for Kids. And Brian, while everybody's guessing numbers right now, and again, guess a number between 1 and 1,000, you've been very instrumental in a program called Bravehearts for Kids. So we've actually designated you our hero for today.
Wow.
So, yes. So if you want to know more about Bravehearts for Kids, go to braveheartsforkids.org. But why don't you explain to everybody real quick what Bravehearts for Kids is about?
Well, the story of Bravehearts for Kids began for me back in the summer of 2008. I was at the street fair in Bismarck, North Dakota. And you know how there's certain kind of foods at street fair all the time, things you come to expect, like corn dogs and turkey legs and funnel cakes. And there was a sign over one of the booths there, and it said buffalo berry crepes. And I thought, man, that sounds good, but I didn't even know what a buffalo berry was. So I said, yeah, let me have one of those. And there was a guy at the back of the booth. He's turned around. He said, hey, I recognize that voice. And it was our old friend, Adrian Jacobs. And you know Adrian. And Adrian was a guy that would always refer to his son Jeremy like this. He'd say, my son, the rocket scientist. And I always thought that meant that he was really a good student. I didn't realize that what Adrian really meant was Jeremy's one of the guys that runs NASA down in Houston. And so he's from Bismarck, but they live in Houston. They have a daughter, Ava, who, when she was a year old, developed brain cancer. And she was the short and sweet story is that she was treated and cured at the MD Anderson Cancer Center down there. The first child ever treated using a 3-dimensional proton radiation technology that was developed at Fermi Labs in the Chicago suburbs nearby, where I spend a lot of time these days. So she's cured, and Jeremy and Amy started Bravehearts for Kids as a way to connect families with resources so that they could also have a positive outcome when they hear from their doctor that their child has cancer. So it ran as a family charity, you might call it, for several years, and in 2014 became a 501c3, a public charity.
Okay.
And Sherry and I were asked to join the board of directors at that time, and we did. And she went to work creating solutions for families. And then she became the chairperson of the board in 2017. And Sherry created something called Spotlight Hope, which is the flagship service of Bravehearts for Kids, and it's a mobile resource guide. It's an app for the phone, both Android and Apple phones, that it's location sensitive, so it helps people to find resources that are close by to them, no matter where they are. So I like to say, I paraphrase Confucius when I say, no matter where you go, there we are. And there are about 6,000 people and organizations that do some kind of a service for children with cancer and families that have a child with cancer. And the Spotlight Hope helps them to find that. That's a Bravehearts for Kids service.
Very nice, very nice. And I know I just put up on our wall, or put our wall up so we can watch that a little bit too, some of our Medal of Honor awardees through the years. And I thought this is appropriate. I mean, you do such amazing work, Brian, for our kids in the country. Of course, we have people who make sure that we are free,
Yep.
and we have exceptional people who of valor have exhibited acts of valor, and of course have been awarded the Medal of Honor over the years. So we're kind of watching some of that right now too. By the way, if you want to get on our wall, all you have to do is hashtag Celebrate Every Day, and you will actually, we have a television screen in the front of our building here, and those display all day long, and we're actually going to be putting this up on our website pretty soon too. So
yeah.
So all right, everybody, we're going to be wrapping up the first round. Make sure you get your number in 1 to 1,000. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000, and you'll be in for our Celebrate, or our Fire TV Cube right there. Fire TV Cube. We're giving away one of these today. Also, if you started any watch parties, you'll also get a chance to win some of our great T-shirts. You've seen some of the shirts that Brian and I wear, but we also have some great T-shirts as well. So Brian, I'm going to put up the website now. So talk a little bit about your website.
Well, the website is that's Bravehearts for Kids, and of course, there's a button at the top that says "Make a Donation," and that's an important thing.
A good thing, right?
Yeah, it is. That right now, I'd have to say that the service that is provided by Spotlight Hope, helping families find resources, is more valuable than it's ever been. And so to be able to continue to operate that and provide the enhancements. We're in the United States now, but we've had inquiries from Canada. Can we get something like this going on in Canada? And we have things in the works to make that happen. And Bravehearts for Kids is our mission is to provide relief to those families and the individuals, the kids that have cancer.
Well, it's fantastic. So hop in, everybody. I didn't mean to cut you short there, Brian. I'll throw up I'm not going to throw up, I guess. I need to stop saying that. I'm going to put up your link there again. So, if you're interested, hop on over to Bravehearts for Kids. So, Brian, today is also National Little Red Wagon Day.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think about that for a second, because we're going to start up our next part of the contest here. And we are, so that we can, yes. I agree, Sissy. Thank you for stating that. Yeah, it's a great thing. Great thing. So, all right, everybody. The second round, pick a number between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000 for your chance to win this Fire TV Cube, this amazing 4K streaming device. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. This is the second round. 1 and 1,000. So, all right, Brian. So, do you have any memories of a Little Red Wagon in your past?
Yeah, I think, when you say Little Red Wagon, I think Radio Flyer somehow
That's
comes to mind.
that is correct, actually, and that's who we partnered with back in 2016 to bring Little Red Wagon the National Day so that we can celebrate it. So,
Yeah.
so thank you to Radio Flyer for that. Have you ever been? I'm trying to remember their home location, but they have the world's largest Little Red Wagon sitting out front of their facility. It's fantastic. Oh, and by the way, you're going to love this too. If you hop over to Radio Flyer today for National Little Red Wagon Day, they have 30 to 50% off on all of their Little Red Wagons.
Yeah,
So,
I remember when my kids were small, we had we had the Little Red Wagon with the wooden sides that you could take out, and it was a flatbed or it was like a hay wagon.
Right. So, Rita, I'm just going to answer your question real quick. How do you win? And thank you for sharing our page every day. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just pick a number between 1 and 1,000, Rita. Simple as that. Pick a number. If you create a watch party for this, then you have a chance to win a T-shirt as well. So yeah, and I'd love that people when you're if you give us a post about what you used your Little Red Wagon for. If you have any memories, that would be great. So. Yeah, so you were out with your kids in a Little Red Wagon?
Yeah, we used to do that, and I remember having a Little Red Wagon, the metal one and metal wheels, white metal wheels, back when I was a kid. It's probably one of the originals.
Cool. Yeah, I remember as a kid. I don't know. There were not a lot of things available to you and I when we were children, right? But we did have Little Red Wagons. We did have bikes. I played a lot with dirt and sticks too, if I remember. And I did a lot of fishing. I remember that. I had this little contraption I had fixed up on my bike. It was a little twine, and I would pull my Little Red Wagon around, and I would carry earthworms in my Little Red Wagon so I could go down to go fishing. And then I would be able to carry the fish I carried or had caught back in my Little Red Wagon. So that's my kind of story about my Little Red Wagon.
Reminds me of a story of a little boy who was catching a lot of fish, and a fellow asked him, how do you catch so many fish? And he'd say, and the guy kept asking him, and finally the kid, he said, you got to keep the worms warm.
So Rita used to use her Red Wagon to bring firewood to her house. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. This is great. Hold my stuffed animals around the neighborhood.
Yep.
I could see that. That would be incredibly cute, right? See a collection of stuffed animals in the Little Red Wagon. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, great.
I think what I think we hooked them up by a rope behind the bike, and we'd pull the little kids around that way too.
Yeah, I think there's you can buy that now, right?
Oh, okay.
So you can
Makes
buy a little extension. That's what I was getting to. Kind of back in the day, we had to make up ways to do our whatever we had to do with ours. But my son loved his Little Red Wagon. He liked to sit in it while I pulled it. Fantastic. I love that.
Just saw in passing the on the wall on the show the story of Medal of Honor recipients, and one of them was I think he said Lieutenant Commander Fuqua on the USS Arizona in Pearl Harbor.
Yep.
I think there were only 12 survivors out of 1,500 men on that boat, and one of them, of course, would have been Lieutenant Commander Fuqua, who was awarded the Medal of Honor. Another one was my mentor, and some of you know Earl Nightingale. That part of his story is that he was a survivor of that USS Arizona back in 1941.
I did not know that.
Yeah, my dad used to say, if you learn something, it's a good day.
The problem is now I'll have to forget something, Bob. So
I know what you mean. You got to take one out to put new thought in.
The first thing I forgot was your name, Brian. So there you go. So Maple River or Pi R squared. Thanks there, Mr. Kemple. I appreciate that. Let's see, Suzette. 4 girl moms had 2 red wagons, both made of wood. was also great for our toys, picnics, and the beach. I love the stories about Little Red Wagons and the way people would use them. So, all right, everybody, let's get to round 3. I know we have to keep the contest going here, Brian, as well. So, round 3, everybody, pick a number between 1 and 1,000 to win this Fire TV Cube. Fire TV Cube, and I just wanted to kind of let everybody know too. We give prizes for posts. So if you post something clever and fun, you just never know who will contact about who won a t-shirt or what have you. So if you're active while we're on the air here like this, you may just win something. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Are you reading this from Jacqueline? I broke my leg at 2 years old, so my parents used theirs to pull me around. See, again, we didn't have the kind of tools now or back then that we have now. So your Little Red Wagon was everything.
Yeah.
Was everything.
That's it. It reminds me of a good news, bad news story. That my parents used to use the Little Red Wagon to pull me around. The bad news was they hitched it up to the car.
I don't know why I'm laughing when you share that, Brian.
That's a joke, of course.
Yes.
Yes, making light.
Yes. All right. That's great. So, keep your guesses coming, everybody, between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000 to win that Fire TV Cube. And we'll be giving that away in just a couple of minutes, round 3 for that.
Wow.
Sarah, let's see what Sarah used to. Hopefully we can get that to show here. We used a Little Red Wagon for the 4th of July parade. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I always forget to do this, so I'm showing this off right now. Don't forget, everybody, we're also giving away our calendars right now. So I'm going to run that through here just for people who join us on this. You can get this for free. It's the 2020 wall calendar. You have to pay shipping for it, and that's $5.99, but we're actually giving this away for free. Just use the coupon code 2020, and you will get this in your shopping cart for free right now while we're all home. We think it's so important to have activities for kids, right?
Yep.
So, yep. And we also have our classroom. I'll put that up there as well. Go to nationaldaycalendar.com/classroom. I'm getting all my stuff handed to me here. So get there if you're looking for things for the kids to do or what have you. We have amazing things: virtual tours, coloring pages, mazes, crossword puzzles, all kinds of amazing stuff, right? Also, we have our grab bag of socks. A lot of people don't know that we have socks, right? So we have socks available on our website. So this is a 5-pack, and we picked the 5-pack for you, but you get an amazing price on these. Absolutely an amazing price. So get in there and take advantage of our socks as well. So, okay. All right, Brian. Well, we got some last guesses coming in here. 1 through 1,000, everybody. 1 through 1,000. Pick your last guess. We fill up our next few weeks with your days so the calendar doesn't look so empty. I love that. Yeah. Absolutely love that. Way to get the kids involved. So, Brian, I know you're a big fan of National Day Calendar too. Yeah, absolutely. So you use National Days all the time. You have a national broadcast as well. Why don't you take like 30 seconds and tell everybody about that too?
Well, we have a broadcast called Bravehearts Radio. And you may recall a couple of years ago, we had a retreat where we did something I call the idea hierarchy. And we took 900 good ideas that came from morning brainstorming in 3 areas. We boiled it down to 3 areas that we were going to work on to turn good ideas into great ideas. And that's every idea is a good idea. And it's our energy and talent and creativity that makes it great. So the 3 that we picked were, one was to create the Spotlight Hope app. The second was to really capitalize on the idea of National Bravehearts Day, which is April 28th, and use that for publicity. And the third was to expand the concept of Bravehearts to include a brave heart is anyone with the courage to be of service to others. So really appropriate to be talking about that on National Medal of Honor today, because people with the courage to be of service to others, and the exemplification doesn't get any stronger than those who have been recipients of the Medal of Honor, many of them posthumously. It's a tremendous service and sacrifice for someone to do that. So the idea of a Braveheart is the anyone with the courage to be of service to others. And so I have guests on the Bravehearts radio program every week that have some story to tell about their service or something that inspires them. And we really look at making things positive. We had you were on a couple of weeks ago. Celebrate Every Day.
Yeah,
and,
it was fun to be on there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Brian. Go check out all of Brian's stuff, braveheartsforkids.org. Check out his, and you're on Voice America?
VoiceAmerica.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go check that out, everybody. And Val, I always find a way to use National Day website with my jewelry. Like today for Red Wagon Day, I'm showing red jewelry. So there's always creative ways to celebrate, right? So, all right, everybody, we are at the end of the show. Tomorrow, Jordan Loftus will be joining us. Jordan is he's not a well-known writer because he's a ghostwriter. Although he's had a few projects of his own, but you'll want to check him out especially if you're interested in the creative side, and maybe you've always wanted to get a book done or something. We'll be talking about that a little bit tomorrow too, so you want to check that out. Sophie's sharing your love, Brian, voiceamerica.com. Go check that out. All right, guessing time is over. So, Brian, this is how it works. Everybody see that? You see that, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, so Google. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000.
534.
534 is the number for today. 534. So whoever was closest to that will win that Amazon Fire TV Cube. And we will be contacting you. If there's a tie, then the person who guessed the number first is the one who will win in that instance. So that's how it works. Brian, a pleasure as always, my friend. It's been great to have you on the show. Thanks for coming in at the last minute today. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Yes, and everybody out there, celebrate every day. You too as well, Brian. Yes. Keep the smiles on in this tough time. We're going to get through all of this, everybody. So, but we appreciate you spending your time with us today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.